Do you want to speak fluently? I know all of my clients always tell me, I want to speak fluently. It doesn't matter how long I've been working with them. It can be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, doing private coaching sessions with them. And they all want to speak the same way with the same confidence that they're able to do so in their native language. In fact, some of them want to communicate better in English than they do in their native language. And with that, I work on a lot of communication skills. I have one client that I've worked with for many years, and he doesn't get a chance to speak English very often. He does with me, but that's really it. He has businesses in many different countries throughout Europe, but he never feels really confident speaking. So one day, about a year ago, he asked me what he could do. And in this video, I'm going to show you the little secret I gave him that allowed him to speak with confidence, to speak naturally, and to really just enjoy communicating with somebody else. I'm Grant, and I'm an executive business English coach. For many years, I've been coaching CEOs and business executives how to communicate confidently in English so that they can grow their companies all over the world. In fact, what I found is that I'm able to really change their lives. Because before, they're CEOs, but shy in English. They didn't feel like the same person in English that they do in their native language. And I was able to change that for them. And that's why I started making these videos, because I want to help you be able to do the same thing. I want to help you change your life. I want to help you get all the confidence in English so you can do whatever it is you want to do. Let's take a look at what I mean by this secret. And I've got this really great secret for you of how to speak fluently if you really practice during this next year. You will be able to speak really great. And I think you'll really, really be fantastic and fluent. Did you enjoy listening to me as I was getting lost up here and up here? Well, this is what I find that almost all of my clients do. Maybe they're searching for a word. Maybe they're just thinking, what am I going to say next? What's that great word I need to use? And what happens is that the person you're speaking with, they're lost. They feel no connection with you. And it's really difficult to listen to somebody when they do this. And I find almost all of my clients do this. And all of my work is online. So I'm working with people during video calls. Now, that's a little bit different than if we were face to face and you have this opportunity to look at each other in the eye and make more contact. But on a video call, you can't do that. You can look at the little camera button, but it's not the same. But if you're not looking somewhere in the direction of who you're speaking to, it's really hard to make any kind of connection and have any kind of good conversation. So, what happens here is that once I get my clients focused, looking directly at me and speaking with me and making a connection with me, it's unbelievable how the right words come out, how everything feels so much more natural. It's really their best English when they get focused, looking at me and speaking with me instead of speaking to this guy or that guy. It makes all the difference in the world. And it's just amazing. So here's a couple things you can do. See if you can find any recordings of yourself speaking, whether it's in your native language, whether it's in English. And if you can find some older copies, as long as it happened before today, of you speaking English, your native language, some other language, and see what you do. Do you? Well, we have a very important meeting, and I want to tell you about 4 different important points. I laugh, but this happens all the time. And I record my students, I record my clients when they're speaking. And it's shocking to them to look and see what the other person sees when they're speaking. Because you never get to see what the other person sees. Now, you can put yourself in their shoes. So, one of the great things you can do that I believe in so much, and I've said it many times, is for you to record yourself speaking. And in this case, you know that you're now trying to focus here. So if you can find any old recordings, maybe you recorded yourself speaking when I asked you to before. Maybe you've been practicing that way. It really is the best way to practice. But even if you can't find an old copy of you, an old video of you speaking, I want you to practice this way. You'll be amazed what happens. When you start recording yourself and you're all of a sudden looking here and you're thinking, you'll speak like I just spoke with the ums and the ahs, and there's nothing fluent about it. It doesn't sound natural. Plus, the other person, they just want to pick up their phone and start scrolling social media because they're bored. They don't feel like you're communicating with them. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to see if you can find copies of yourself speaking in any language, because usually people do this in their native language also. And it's a habit. It really is. You start thinking, or you can't find the right word, whatever it is. But it's a habit, and you can change this in your native language, and you can communicate better. You can communicate more effectively. You'll be more successful. This is what I do. I help my clients with real communication skills. I know many of these videos might be a little bit boring, but these are real communication skills. You want to improve at work? Key is to communicate. If you have great communication skills, you can do this. So remember, see what you can see. Put yourself in the shoes of the other person. What do they see when you're speaking? And start getting focused. Look at the other person. Then you can see them nodding back. Yeah, I agree. It's hard to do when you're by yourself. But as you have your next conversations with anybody, native language or English, it doesn't matter. Focus on them. Focus on getting your message to them and having a connection that both of you can feel. And it works beautifully. Give it a try. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. I would love more than anything if you'd share some of your comments after looking at maybe some of your older speaking videos. It would be really interesting. This works. This really works. Give it a try. I'll talk to you very soon. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share your comments, and I also invite you to learn your Business English Confidence Score. You'll find the link in the description below this video.